2D animation, or traditional animation as it was once called, is an art that has been refined and improved over time. Even if most studios no longer use the cel-shaded version and prefer to use digital versions instead. Even if it's for cost-cutting reasons and efficiency, one mustn't forget how much it has impacted us. From Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the birth of animation occurred and impacted the entertainment industry. As for why I like 2D animation, it is because of its fluidity and the way characters can be expressed, along with the gorgeous art that occurs. Sure, I don't mind CG animation once in a while, but there is something about 2D animation that always inspired me, or at least made me feel like a kid again. Not to mention, the art styles of 2D animation is very flexible and unique in their own ways, as they can be adapted and changed to fit the scenario of certain stories and plots. Given how I myself took a course in my high school with one of the assignments being making my own cel-shaded animation, that, and when I was younger, I wanted to be an animator, until I decided to change to something more book-related. I feel as if animation still resonates with me, especially if it's 2D animation. While some may argue that 2D animation is getting too old or it's too expensive and time-consuming to maintain, but if done properly, it can be rewarding in its own right, as it shouldn't always be about the money. Rather, it should be about the art and the proper plot behind it, especially since the era of 3D animation has unfortunately taken over to the point where 2D animation may as well become a lost art over time. But I firmly support and wish 2D animation will continue even in independent projects that some would find on the internet. While anime will always, or almost always, remain 2D in the eyes of many, I personally wish we would have more 2D animated movies in the West, given how they were the ones who popularized animation in the first place. Overall, I can only hope that 2D animation will make a comeback someday, without all the cost-cutting and financial issues getting in the way. In fact, should my stories ever be adapted, I would prefer that they be animated 2D style, as a way to harken back to how animation is a beloved piece of art.